consciousness has so much of freedom, power, because that is the center around which everything moves. When you experience consciousness with your pure intelligence, you experience that as time. When you experience consciousness with your visualization capability, you experience that as a space. When you experience consciousness with your logic, you experience that as your nature. When you experience your consciousness with your desires, you experience that as a responsibility. When you taste your consciousness as a joy, you call that as a result. It is consciousness, that is life, that is result. Touch with the consciousness can be million times beautiful, amazing, fulfilling than any pleasure, any fruit of life you are expecting. You do yoga, you work out, you run, you do all the things required, and then health comes. It's the karma bringing result. But suddenly Master puts his hand on your head and the health happens. Is consciousness interfering and creating a result which is independent of your nature, space, action and responsibility. That is what is initiation. Understand, in every being, only if an intervention of the consciousness happens, the ball starts rolling in a new direction and the progress towards the enlightenment will start happening. Today is 14th anniversary of Nityananda Sangha. Actually, if you look the history back, Bidadi is not the first ashram I created. It's in Erode, on the banks of Kaveri, the place called Avattipalayam. That is the place the first ashram was created. Today, that ashram was formally inaugurated in 2001. 2001, April 14th. You can see the photograph with my own handwriting. Not to forget the date, I myself recorded. In the name of Ramakrishna Dhyana Peetham. That was the first ashram I created on the banks of Kaveri in Erode. If you see, actually the Sangha, Nityananda Sangha started on April 14th, 2001. 2003 we became more an organization in Bangalore, Bidadi, but 2001 was the real beginning. I bless this Nityananda Sangha. Let you grow, grow, grow and serve the whole universe forever. Ohio Adhinam was also started on this very day. The Kumbhabhishekam of Nityanandeshwara Hindu Temple in Ohio was done. 8th anniversary of Nityanandeshwara Hindu Temple, Ohio Adhinam today, and they are offering 108 Naivedyam. I accept the offerings.
I have a question, but the only thing we know is like consciousness is like Swamiji or Shiva. So if we drop that also, then how do we know like the scale? Like what do you hold on to then?
Adding a point, it's like, I'll just give you with example. Like when you first start learning swimming in a swimming pool, the whole swimming pool is your life. Okay? So when you start learning first, so the depth will be very less and everything will be shallow, the water will be shallow. As you keep going, the water will become deep. So for that case, there will be these railings which will be in the bars, the edges of the swimming pool, so that you can hold on to it whenever you need the support. So the master is like that bars which is there. So if you continuously decide that you are the pure consciousness, and as you keep clinging on to the master and keep moving forward into the deeper and deeper truths of your life, then naturally at one point you will know that now you know how to live your life, that you just understand that there is no need of any support from your master, because you know he and you are the same, there is no difference, and you'll just leave it and you'll become one with him. So the same way, till we realize this, continuously holding on to the support bar, to the master, when we keep holding on to that, naturally at one point you will just know that you know how to swim, and you will just leave and you will become one with the master. So the same way, you need to give up all other things and understand that you are pure consciousness. That will naturally lead you to the understanding that you are not even the disciple of somebody, but you are just one with Mahadeva.
I have a doubt. Swamiji told consciousness is everything. So when we get suffering, why consciousness is not stopping us from getting suffering? Because consciousness always do good things for us, no?
What I think is, in first place, consciousness avoids even giving you suffering. It just presents a situation to you where you perceive it and you become suffering. You become incomplete and you become suffering of that situation. So what I think is, consciousness never wants to do anything bad to you. It always wants you to get enriched and evolve your cognition. It always wants you to evolve your cognition and make your cognition more and more matured and live happily. But what you do is, you instead, when some situation comes in such a way, you perceive it in an incomplete way, and then you get suffered because of that.
Just adding a point to what he told, like what I understand is, it is like based on your incompletion in your perception, you perceive that you are suffering and you decide to suffer. But even in that situation, it is the space of consciousness which will still come and make sure that your cognition gets matured and you are raising to the next level. So it is the space of consciousness which makes sure that which holds the space for you to be complete and drop that cognition that you are suffering, and which will mature your cognition. So it is the space of consciousness which will raise you, which will expand your cognition, and which will make you discover your consciousness. But like it is you, because of your own perception, that you think that you are suffering or you think that you are incomplete.
Adding to that point, in one satsang Swamiji said, we need eyes to do blindfold also, we need eyes just to be beyond it. So even if we perceive fear or anything, it's just to go beyond it, because consciousness, like we discussed now, it won't do anything bad to you, it will do only good to you. So if it's giving you it's presenting any situation to you, it's just for you to go beyond it and be complete with it.
See, what I feel is, there's nothing which can stop us from becoming the consciousness. It's only our own ignorance which we create about ourselves that we can't become the consciousness. Because the consciousness is the highest possibility we can experience in this space currently. Because consciousness is the highest space, we might be thinking that consciousness is really hard to achieve. But actually it's not. It's just your idea and your self-doubt which is stopping you from becoming the consciousness.
You can never ever reach the ultimate just by flowing through the law of karma. When will you reach? It's only by the intervention, by the spiritual intervention and conscious intervention, the results can change. You can reach enlightenment. Come to Varanasi to experience that intervention. I invite every one of you to be in Varanasi to experience that intervention, the conscious intervention, causing miracles. Somewhere this karma chakra need to be broken, and you need to be given a new energy, inspiration, understanding, and possibility. If you are always stuck with this action result cycle, you will never ever be given a chance to taste the possibility. Possibility. The taste of possibility can be given to you only when the divine intervention happens. Mahadeva intervenes in your life in the form of the master. He assumes the form of the master just to liberate people from the karma chakra, give inspiration, joy, bliss, and cause miracles and enlightenment.